Just left Northfield on my way back to the house in Macedonia. I got a lot done today. Never got a nap, never even got to go back to the house. Nothing. I went from the burn, late at the burn, to Big D's because there's some stuff needed for the burn here in Ohio, and I needed a new set of hobbles for. I want to put a lighter set of hobbles on. Time is on my side, so I bought him a set of hobbles. There's another set needed for Watch Your Mouth, so he can have the heavier set that Time is on my side head on. So it all works out well. A decent day today. The horses trained great. I was happy. It was really muddy, but after a lackluster training in Ontario, you're a little shaky, and seeing the horses go out and perform as well as they did today is reassuring and refreshing, and I was happy to get back on the horse, so to speak. We had two horses in tonight. Now, when I sent Stomer Giacatti to Stacy and Brett, I said, nice little horse, trot 56 and piece 57 right now. Nice horse. Does his work, honest, and that's what he did tonight. The break last week was unfortunate. Tonight, they just went too fast. 54 and 4. It's not a whole lot actually in Miami Valley. We have some horses. World for Two is heading to Miami Valley because there is a great class for him there, but not a whole lot for Stomer Giacatti here. Now, he would fit the same class as HP Maestro, but he is exiting that class soon, so we are going to bring Stomer Giacatti back to Northfield. You're not always going to be able to send the horses somewhere and they just crush and do well. We sent him there. Looks like he could have done some good the first week, but made a break, and then today it just went too much for him. And, I put it as easily as I could to Stacy. Is there a class in Southern Ohio that he could go on the track 8-5 or 2-1 without the help of his owners? And she said, no. She goes, he can race in the condition claimer here. It's a condition 20, but, it can be a little salty too. And I said, well, that's fine. It's no big deal. We're going to send World for Two down there, and I think we'll bring Stomer Giacatti back up to Northfield. That's the way it is. He likes this track. I believe he took his mark on this track, and has been racing well here. So we'll bring him back up here to Northfield. Now, we also raced, obviously, Stonebridge, or HP Maestro tonight. Man, you want to talk about a tough horse. We had to change a bunch of gear on this horse because he's tough. He's a racehorse. He goes out and does his work, and didn't bode well out of the 9-hole last week, and they thought they'd just double up and give it back to us again tonight. And I didn't want to leave behind the 1 and 2. I thought I'd leave behind the 3 and 4, see how the race played out. I was happy to follow Chris Hirschberger with the 5, but he was looking again behind me, so I pushed through. I said, whatever. He's coming off a break. I'll race him and see how things shake out. The guy got parked, and I said, he's going to die soon, but I'm in behind Greg Grismore, and I'm going to be 4th along the rail. There's going to be a lot of congestion. I better just get moving now. I was hoping he'd maybe take me to the backstretch, but I got HP Maestro out and moving and had some momentum heading into the backstretch. He carried it through to the head of the lane, and he toughed it out. He gritted it out and got up and win. He's not a killer. He's just an honest-to-goodness tough horse, and raced really well, and he's a treat to drive and a pleasure to be around, and I think he was one of those horses that was just a good purchase. He's coming to the end of the line at the stable for the Meadows, and for Ohio we're getting tight for classes for him, but wherever he lands, he's gonna do some good and make some people happy, because he's as I said, just an honest-to-goodness meat and potatoes tough horse. So that was tonight in a nutshell. I was happy with the entire day, for the most part, in entirety. Looking forward to tomorrow. Now, I know Full Heart's going to put me through the ringer, qualifying her, because regardless of all, she hasn't changed all of her tendencies, and I'm sure she'll be a little warm. But what I'd like to see, I don't mind wrestling with her a little bit tomorrow, but I'd like to see her trot from off the pace and qualify from off the pace and do some good work on the end of the mile. That's what I would hope to do. First off, stay trotting, be mildly behaved. And then we just have a whole raft of horses to train tomorrow, and a whole bunch to school. I think Jason is 5 or 6 slated to school. Just very excited about this time of year. The horses have been sharp and feeling good, and it just feels like things are starting to get moving in the right direction. So happy with today. optimistic about tomorrow, and then obviously I get to drive Dustin. I love driving Dustin. Get to drive him tomorrow at the Meadows, and then head home Thursday. It looks like rain Friday, so we're probably going to train Saturday. Everybody to get a chance to make up for their mediocrity on Tuesday. But as I said to everybody, a bunch of people call and say, this horse, that horse, they can't always train good. And as I like to point out to everybody, you get to see everything, the good, the bad, all the time. And there's no, he trained great. I watched the video. He didn't look that great. There's no hiding when it comes to the videos, and it is what it is. There's nothing to be sad about. I've never seen a horse train good every week his entire life. And as I wanted to remind everybody, somebody said, what is wrong with Ready for Landing? Tom had messaged me, he said, what is wrong with Ready for Landing? Well, Tom, if you go back and look last year, Crantini spent lots of the spring on the run. Carter Michael Dio spent lots of the spring on the run. Brace for Landing spent lots of the spring on the run. Spitfire, same thing. This is the same. We're putting them through their paces and teaching them. And along the way, they're going to have missteps. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to be a little frustrated. They're going to be a little stubborn. But the whole point is to take our time with them. For all intents and purposes, this is their school year. And hopefully they all graduate with honors in July. So a good day. I'm going to end my day with a smile on my face. HP Maestro got the job done. Back at it tomorrow with a ton of schoolers and a qualifier, a bunch of trainers, and Dustin Hanover. So I'm sure we'll talk tomorrow, but for today, I'm all done. I'm punching the clock at 11:24 Wednesday night here in Ohio. Take care, everybody.